Yeah, I thought, we got off to a good early start this game. And then I think our guys, started trying to break it off way too much in the offense. Our ball wasn't moving in the first half there, probably after the first 3 minutes. I thought our defense, you got to know the scouting report. Like, again, it's a little bit of being baptized into college basketball. Jaquel Morris enters the game. He's a freshman and hasn't really played a lot. Obviously, number one, Clayton McClagan comes in the game and bangs in 2 threes right when he gets in the game. And it's on the scouting report. It's the details. That's how you win and lose games. But I thought it's the second half. I thought our guys really responded. At halftime, I had to get on them a little bit and just wanted to play harder, be more disruptive on defense, play with more energy on that end. We started the first possession in the second half with it created a turnover off a side out of bounds that got us a layup, and then our ball moved. But that's how we have to look for 40 minutes. We can't look like that for 20 minutes. Again, or else we're going to spot teams. It's like Evansville. We get down 19-5 to start the game because we didn't play the right way. And again, give Evansville credit, not taking anything away from them. But again, we got to do what we do. And our guys have to value winning and how to win. I'm trying to teach these guys, because we have a lot of new guys, how you have to win at the college level. It's not just about shooting and looking pretty. It's about doing the gritty things. Like Billy Smith tonight. He gets 12 rebounds, man. It's the first time he's ever had double-digit rebounds in his life in a game. And all of a sudden, his shot starts falling. He's a tremendous shooter. The game will always honor toughness. I thought Julian Lewis really changed the game as well in the second half. He had a double-double, 17 and 10, made some terrific passes, played really, really hard. It was nice having him back out there. He's like a Swiss Army knife for us. But, for us, obviously got a quick turnaround here heading into Georgia. All of our focus will go to that here over the next day.
We'll open it up some questions.
Turnovers, the overall numbers weren't all that bad, but in the first half, looked like some bad passes, and that probably the product of either having younger guys out there and or new guys out there that are still getting to know each other. But I take it that's something that you are looking for to continually improve as you go along here.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to take care of the ball. That's the only way you can get your defense set, right? I mean, if you can't get your defense set, you're just going to give up layups and wide open threes. Our guys got to be patient. You can't hit home run plays. Home run hitters strike out a lot, right? So you got to hit singles. You got to trust the offense, right? And I thought our execution in the first half was poor. Even when we ran, we didn't run a lot of set plays, but when we ran them, we didn't run them right. And I was getting really frustrated. And it's like, man, and it wasn't just one guy, it was multiple guys. They got to be able to do your job, do your job. And even when things aren't going well, maybe for you individually, you have to be able to execute. And that's an area that we got to continue to improve in. Much better in the second half, though.
At one point in the game, you had 10 assists on 14 made baskets. The ratio went down a little bit there, but that's certainly, most coaches I know of are pretty happy with a number like that.
Yeah, that's how we have to be. Our identity on the offensive end, we don't have many one-on-one players. I watched a little bit of last night in the background as I was watching some Goshen film. I had Eastern Michigan on the film, on the TV playing against Michigan. They got Amani Bates, who tremendous talent, right? Elite one-on-one guy, can get a shot anytime. We necessarily don't have a lot of guys like that. So our guys have to understand we have to be a ball movement, player movement team. We have to work together to get great shots. And when we do that, great things are going to happen for us. Because we have some guys who can make shots. But if we're taking tough contested jump shots early on in the shot clock, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That may have worked in high school. That's not going to work at this level, though.
How do you feel about having enough depth along the baseline for rebounds and to hold up, at least until the conference season gets here?
Listen, I don't know if you were asking this, but we have a lot of guys that are out, right? I mean, clearly. We got 4 guys out right now. It is what it is. I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. I mean, it's you play the hand that you're dealt, right? So a couple guys are banged up. Got an academic guy as well. So it's like, listen, we're going to play the guys that are in uniform, and we're going to play hard. But we got to understand what wins and what works. We have to move the ball. We have to share the ball. We have to work the clock a little bit because we aren't as deep as normally. So we want to play at a little bit of a slower pace right now than once we get healthy, I think we'll be able to play a little bit faster.
What's the status of the guys that are out?
Yeah, so Morgan Stafford obviously got injured last game. Unfortunately, the news was better, was good in relative terms. I was really worried that I thought he might be out for the year. He'll be out about a month. All right, so which is good. Morgan's still got to use his voice and be our leader. He gives us that juice and pop that we really need. And then Curtis Harrison, I think everything's really progressing. He had surgery about a month and a half ago. I think he'll be back definitely before conference play as well. I would anticipate about a month, around a month timeline. Then you have Javen Etzler that I would say is right about conference around Christmas. All right, he had to have a little minor surgery as well. Probably about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. And then Kamari, we're still dealing with his academic eligibility. So, that's still got to get sorted out. So, don't know on Kamari, a little bit TBD.
Coach, you touched on this a little bit already. What did it mean to have Julian Lewis make a season debate?
Man, I thought he changes the game for us. You could tell he's played college basketball. We have a very inexperienced group. He played a lot of minutes last year at William & Mary. So he's had 1 year of experience, and that shows the way that he plays. He impacts the game on both ends. Defends. He was on their best player, who number 0 can shoot the absolute lights out of the ball. He couldn't get a shot off on Julian. I think he had like 20 against Western Michigan the other night, a couple nights ago. He couldn't get a shot off on Julian, which is good for us. It's good for me to see that. All right, especially moving forward, because I know this, we're going to have to guard the Lamar Normans of Western Michigan, the Imani Bates. Julian can really defend, but he rebounds, he passes, he can finish. He does a lot of things out there on the floor, so love what he can bring to our team.
So basically, what changed between the first half when you guys struggled holding on to the ball and you were only leading by 5, and the second half when you committed only 2 turnovers and pretty much blew them out?
Basically, the first half we were lacking urgency, to play like good defense, get stops. I feel like we picked that up more in the second half for sure. I came out there with a lot of energy, try to make a couple plays, like not even scoring, just try to make some plays to get my teammates some energy. But we played really well in the second half, and I think that was just because we knew what we had to do from the first half. And yeah.
I really wouldn't call it chemistry, but got a lot of different parts coming together here. Mm-hmm. So how are those different pieces starting to mesh together?
Well, it started in the summer. We're all starting to find where people want to be on the court, where people are when you're driving and stuff. The chemistry has been pretty good, I think. We've been growing as a team, becoming more of a unit together, I feel like, and that's one of the things Coach preaches is we have to be connected, because connected teams win games, and that's what we were in the second half.
I asked the coach earlier in the year about what kind of shooting he thought would be coming into this team, and he seemed to think that there were quite a few shooters. How do you feel about that? About being able, this team eventually, maybe not now, but eventually being able to put a bunch of points on the board?
I have 100% confidence in my team. We have a bunch of snipers, I feel like, and getting downhill for me, I like to look for those guys. And tonight I was able to hit a couple other guys for some threes, but I feel confident in our three-point shooting going into the regular season.
What was Coach Steele's message at halftime?
Yeah, it was pretty fierce. He was pretty mad, but as he should be. We came out there and we weren't playing that well, but he basically said we got to pick up our urgency and our intensity because we weren't playing with a lot of energy as a team, and we had to pick up our connectivity because we weren't playing together, and we were taking a lot of non-pass shots. So that was his message.